Oh wow, I'm glad that you clicked your way here. Welcome to the Brian B channel. And if you have never have you ever seen such a face before your screen, this is the time to ensure that you see it even more by subscribing to this channel, by liking this video and other videos, and also commenting thereafter after you enjoy the awesome views. And today we are going to know why Luos, a tribe in Kenya, or one of the tribes in Kenya, why these Luos are dark, or maybe why quite a good number of them are dark, and also why they live by the lakeside, and the cherry on the top, why they have fishing as their economic activity or their main economic activity. So we are in for a good ride, for a story that I do believe will be passed from generation to generation to generation. This is a story that you can tell to your children, that you can tell to your grandchildren, and make an interesting impact in this world. So welcome to our story. So long time ago, before no one had set foot on earth, before no one was living on earth, everybody used to live in the heavens. Everybody used to live at the presence of God. Everybody was living with God above in the skies. And there was a world above. Everybody lived there. And an interesting fact, everybody bared the color of righteousness, which many believe is light or white. Everybody was light-skinned, as they call it. Everybody was white as the color of righteousness, having been living in heaven. And in heaven was a place of bliss, a place of peace, a place of serenity, a place of tranquility. But one day, this tranquility was absent between two people. Two people had an argument, and this argument led to one thing and another, one thing and another, and finally it led to a fight. A fight erupted between these two people. It was a battle of fists, turning and tossing, falling and rising again, a punch after another punch, a kick after another kick, and there were rumbles in heaven, and they caused a mayhem. And there was a hula baloo in heaven. These two people were fighting, and the fight escalated, and they fell on the ground, and alas, the ground broke, the floor broke. Remember, they are in heaven. The floor broke, and these people were left under the mercies of gravity. Gravity started taking them to a place only it knew where. And now God was not absent. He noticed that, hey, two of my people are absent. I am not seeing two of my people. Two of my beloved are not here. Where are they? And remember, gravity is doing its work. The two people are dropping with immense speed towards a place they do not know, that only God and gravity knows. And alas, as they were going down, they were subjected to the scorch of the sun. The heat of the sun burned their skins. Their white skins, their light skins were burned by the sun as they were going down. And remember, God had noticed that his beloved were nowhere to be seen, and he knew these people are going down at a tremendous speed. And God, being a merciful God, at the same time being a God of justice, decided that these people had sinned. They had done a grievous sin. No one had ever fought in heaven. They had done a humongous sin. And God decided these people will never come to this land of heaven. They will never come to this land of tranquility ever again. But still, being a God of mercy, he thought, these people are fast dropping and they are almost hitting the ground. He prepared a soft landing. Being a God of mercy, He prepared a soft landing. And He created a water body down on the ground, that these people may not fall on the ground head on and die. He created a water body where these people could have a safe landing because of His mercies. And these people were dropping down and down and down with regrets, with pain awaiting them, knowing that they will never go back to heaven. They also dropped down with the pain of the scorch of the sun. Their skin was already dark out of the scorching of the heat of the sun. And here, the water body was below them. And dropping down, they went right into the water that was prepared by God for their safe landing, that they may not be hurt while they were landing. And now God thought, yes, these people have had a safe landing. They will never come back here. This heaven was a land of plenty. What will they eat under the sun? What will they be eating? And God, again, being a God of mercy, created fish, and He blessed this fish in the water. And these people, they were still in the water, and they came out and they stood near the water body. And day after day after day, they got hungry. And one of them reminded a friend that, hey, while we were in the water, there were some unique creatures moving around us as we were swimming to get out of the water. There were some unique creatures that we saw while we were coming out of the water. Do you remember? And the friend said, okay, I remember. There were some creatures moving around us before we got out of the water to the ground. I think we could try and catch these things and see where they can be food for us, because we are hungry. And these two people devised ways to get the fish out of the water. And on tasting the fish, behold, it was edible. And they knew that God had prepared something for them to eat. And now that became their staple food. That became their economic activity. And they did not want ever to go away from the lake, because going away from the lake will be going away from their food, away from their fish, away from their economic activity. So that's why Luos are dark, because of the scorching of the sun as they were coming down from heaven. That's why they live by the lakeside, so that they will ever be in provision of fish, food, and also an economic activity for them. And now that sums up our story. Now we know why Luos are dark, or at least most of them are dark, and why they live by the lakeside, and why they have fishing as their economic activity. Well, now you know. And that's just it for our story time today. I do believe that you have gotten educated. I do believe you now have an interesting story to pass to your children, to your grandchildren, from your generation to the next. See you in my next content. Thank you, and do have a great time. Tuonane tukionana.